There we go. Ugh. Alright, let me check here. Also, I know that I have to, of course, uh, change the game category. Also, I know that I have to, of course, change the game category. Alright, so. Mm, we'll do that. Alright. You see? Okay. Everything seems to be good, so I'll just put my phone on charger, just give it the extra juice and all that. Yeah, 'cause why not? But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and get started. So, as always, everyone, hey yo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and welcome back to yet another installment of Shoot 'em Up Saturday. So, today we're going to be checking out slash revisiting something that I've actually played on the channel before, but I can't remember if I actually had uploaded this particular type of playthrough to my YouTube channel or not um because I remember like at one point in time whenever Twitch was doing that thing where they were forcing the thing that the new like policy thing down our throat where it's like, oh, you can only have like 100 hours worth of storage space, for your VODs and shit. And I just remember like the time where I technically had no real choice but to be like constantly just like uploading things like left, right, and center because I didn't want to have like my shit deleted in some sort of way, especially stuff that I wanted to get up. But I know that there were some things that it kind of was like, you know what, I can live without that. I can I don't mind deleting that and just going from there. But yeah, so today we're going to be revisiting a game called Chex Quest. In this particular case, we're going to be trying to check out Chex Quest 3. So, what exactly is Chex Quest 3? Well, the best way I can describe it is it's pretty much known to be like a a free game. It's supposed to be like a Doom type of game, but it was known to be It's known to be kind of like it was known to be free, and it was made by I want to say people that work like Chex or General Mills or whatever the fuck. I don't know if that's you know the whole thing per se. I just know like bits and pieces, but essentially the best way I can describe it is that Chex Quest used to come in a box of Chex cereal, and you would have the ability to play a game called Chex Quest. And it was basically it was a kind of like a you could say it was like a Doom clone type game, because and everything, and especially on the fact it was made on the same engine that it was made on the Doom engine and all that, but um, it had completely new everything. You know, like it had like new levels, textures, music, you know, all this other stuff. Um, Now I never personally played Chex Quest like from straight. You know, I never really played like Chex Quest, like you know, getting it from like box of Chex cereal and all that. So I know, so I was kind of quote unquote late to the party, and I can't remember exactly as to how I found out about Chex Quest, but I remember just like finding out about it, playing around with it and everything, and having a nice little time with it. So yeah. Now, the best way I can kind of describe it is in terms of like a story-wise type of thing is you are playing as a character known as Chex Man or something like that. Because I believe like later on down the road he was kind of renamed to Chex Warrior. But but basically it was like you're playing as a Chex character known as Chex Man, and you were in a you were pretty much like in like a town hall type meeting or something like that. It was pretty much like a first like a big like a big gathering, and you found out that there was these alien like these green alien creatures called Flemoids who were trying to take over, you know, who were trying to like take over the planet and everything, and trying like you know to steal the nutritional substances and stuff like that from you know from the world basically. Um, and another thing I can kind of talk about per se is that Chex Quest 3 is pretty much going to be like rewritten. It's going to have like the first two Chex Quest games and a brand new third episode. Because originally, and this is what I can you know remember. So forgive me if I may a little if I may be a little bit off at times. But Chex Quest One was the one that was known to be in the cereal box of you know, thing of cereal of Chex cereal. You know, you get it on a CD. I think it was like probably a few other little things here and there on like a disc. And I think like sometime afterwards they released a quote unquote sequel called Chex Quest 2. Now, I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it was like a thing that you needed to have like the original Chex Quest 1 for like being like the Iowa, you know, and all that, but you know, there was that. And then I think somewhere along the line, I want to say like years later, I think someone who helped work on the Chex Quest originally, I guess made like an actual sequel type of thing called Chex Quest 3. And the way that it worked was that episode 1 was Chex Quest 1, episode 2 was Chex Quest 2, but I think like they did some more polishing up and things like that. And then you had Chex Quest 3, which was a brand new episode thing that you know that wasn't that you know that was made by this one person or something like that. So yeah. But yeah, but yeah, I kind of decided on doing a little bit of a thing where I was going to kind of revisit this game, but with a slight little twist here and there. So, um, I'm sorry if I'm like you know rambling on and all that. I'm just kind of you know some of this stuff's kind of like off the top of my head per se. So, but anyway, so the best way I can describe this is that when it comes to Chex Quest, um, things are going to be a little bit different in terms of how in terms of how enemies are. And one of the things about Doom is that there was this difficulty called Nightmare, where basically where basically enemies will respawn after like a certain period of time, and you would have double ammo capacity. Now, I have never played Chex Quest on Nightmare, but I've seen a video from a YouTuber named CV11 doing a thing where it's like he somehow played the original, like he played Chex Quest 3 on the Nightmare difficulty, um, and it seemed like the Flemoids actually would respawn on that, but here it's a little bit different. I like to kind of think of it as ultra violence, but with double ammo capacity. And so I figured, I was like, you know what? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play through the Nightmare logic, but it's gonna basically be an ultra violence run with more ammo capacity for your weapons and stuff. So yeah. And also um I did for the hell of it. I did kind of technically get like the first two Chex Quest things as like their own thing and all that. Oh my god, my phone's going off. People are going live. But yeah, so I got the first two Chex Quest games as their own thing. And of course I got the Chex Quest trilogy, which is called the Breakfast Edition apparently. So yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do it go on Rescue on Zoink. We're gonna go on Nightmare. And before I continue, I just want to kind of put this out there and say that because this is an episodic thing, I will be dedicating streams mainly to each little episode. Funny trickster, but welcome on in, man. How you doing? Yeah, pretty much I'm just getting started because I was trying to like explain everything as much as I could in terms of this game. Yeah, it has been a while. Well, being okay is better than not being okay. But yeah, so I'm doing a little bit of a thing where I'm playing this in the original resolution of like graphical wise, but I'm playing it also in widescreen, which I don't normally do. And also I'm playing it with the full view HUD, because why the fuck not? But yeah, so this is actually something that I think that was added into this little installment of Chex Quest, which is an intro. Now, even though, like I said, I never played the original Chex Quest on the CD-ROM version, I do know that there was like a little cutscene thing that would play before you would start the adventure, where pretty much like you see like everyone, you're pretty much in like a place like this and everything, and a whole bunch of like like Chex characters and other characters from like I want to say like different Chex branded products being as well, like characters and all that. And then you would see like the whole situation of like there's like these alien things called Flemoids. They took over Bazoink, and all that, and then finding out like some more citizens have been held captive, and and finding out like the weapons that we use are called Zorchers, because this is not a thing where it's like, oh, you use actual, like weaponry, but instead you have like what's kind of like teleporting TV remote type looking things. So, but yeah, I guess they kind of did that to, have a little starting thing, which I think is kind of cool. It's kind of cool. But yeah, there's just kind of like a little introduction thing here, with some text. Go up here. That's how you start that. And now here's where here's where things start proper. So this is the ship that we came on. And like I said, because we're playing on Nightmare difficulty, ammo is doubled in capacity, so we got 20 mini Zorch recharges instead of, I think it's like 10. And that was our first Flemoid. So now we got the Rapid Zorcher, which is pretty much the game's equivalent of the chain gun. I'm going to kind of show how these enemies work. So yeah, pretty much like they don't do hit scan like a normal zombie man would. You know, they kind of just like, if you get too close to them, they kind of like, they try and like, you know, kind of like slime you to death. And yeah, like and yeah, like a lot of the enemies are kind of like similarities to Doom demons, but with a slight little twist here and there, especially like, you know, from the ones that, you know, are replacing like zombiemen, shotgunners, and stuff. Normally would it be like, you know, like a range, you know, like a shooting range, you know, type of enemy. I believe these are the shotgun equivalent of the game. Again, you know, they don't really, they're not hit scanners. You know, there's you know, there's mainly creatures. There's that, you know, if you get too close to them, they'll try and slime you to death. But yeah, it was kind of an interesting little game whenever I was getting into it. But I had me some fun with it. So there. Yeah, glasses of the water, or the equivalent of health bonuses, like slime repellents or armor bonuses. Got bowls of fruit, which I think is kind of like the big med kits and stuff. Zorch pack, pretty much a you know, equivalent of you know, bullet ammo. Get the Chex armor there. And yeah, pretty much like it's kind of like it's very like nice, cartoony like and everything, and yeah, it looks pretty good. I definitely like me this game. Now, the one thing I don't know for sure if this is the one thing I don't know for sure is if this can be played co-op style. Because I'm hoping like one day, whenever I can somehow get Onyx to get this game on his end, that me and him can possibly be able to co-op this game together. But yeah, that's basically first level of episode 1, which is Landing Zone. Let's go in the storage facility. As you can see, it's, you know, got a little some Chex branded, you know, things here and there. By the way, before I forget, do a hard save because this is a new level. Go up here. Some boxes. Phasing Zorcher, which is pretty much the game's equivalent of the plasma rifle or plasma gun, whatever you want to call it. Slime repellent, that's what it's called, yeah, slime repellent. Yeah, slime repellent is basically the game's equivalent of armor bonuses. And this right here, the Zorch pack, basically, you can probably guess already, it's the equivalent of a backpack. Supercharged breakfast, pretty much being, well, supercharged. I'm sure I get everything that I can. Especially everything's doubled in ammo capacity. Yeah, we'll be going down there a little bit later on. Transport area. Alright. Source Repulsor. And of course, the secret that a lot of people will know about if they play this game. Pretty much the, you know, the little area showing all the people who worked on Chex Quest. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I think it was like people's like digital cafe. I think it's pretty cool. And of course, you got the last device, which is the game's equivalent of the BFG. If you ever want to know where, so if you ever want to know where to get a BFG, you know, this is the spot right here. Alright. Open that up. Gotta love it. Alright, got the blue key. But yeah. Yeah, that particular sound that you guys just heard, that sounds pretty much like the equivalent of a demon getting jibbed to death. Alright, so now we go over here. Alright. Hold on. I don't honestly want to leave just yet. I'm trying to remember, like, where the fuck was the red key at? Yeah, the red key's always been kind of like the elusive thing. I love it. That's whatever. No big deal, honestly. Alright, so we're now at the Chex laboratory, or laboratory, if you want to go the Dexter route. Good old super boot sport. I love it. So I got to love it. Just a random mini Zorcha recharge in the pool. If you want to call that a pool. Alright, so blue key door's there, blue key here. Look at this fucking event that pretty much has like no physical object, you know, objectness. You can just like phase right through it. Yeah, that's what the Chex warrior sounds like. Excuse me. After I got the blue key here. Alright, so now we got three different. Now we got the large Zorcher, which is pretty much the game's equivalent of a shotgun. And yeah, I want to say like that one enemy that was, you know, that slimed me. I think that's probably like I want to say that's probably like the chain gunner, a replacement or something like that, but I don't know. Cause like I'm trying to like think of like I've been trying to like process in my head about the, you know, like how the enemies in Chex Quest are to those in Doom. And I'm thinking like stuff like, oh, like the low common Flemoids are pretty much the zombie men, and the one that's kind of a little bit more bigger is like the shotgunners, and then the ones that actually shoot the slime, I say those kind of like chain gunners. There we go. Alright. Next up, Hilky Womb. Your area map. Guess you have to like zigzag your way through. Alright, now the red one. I love that John Romero-esque trap. Alright. key. I'll say them pretty good so far. So yeah. Thank you. Quite the game for sure, I will admit. Definitely brings the whole meaning to Zap'em, Zap. Supercharged breakfast. Alright, Drexler, well, it was nice seeing you again, and I appreciate you stopping by, and hope you have a good night's sleep. Thank you. Yeah, see you next time. Yeah, this area is like, has always been like the thing where it's like, oh, you know, you see it on the map, you see that area on the map, but it doesn't show the name itself. Oh, I thought that was kind of interesting. Cabins of Bazlink. Super boot sport in case if people need it. some bots in the cage. Little fake wall. Sheesh. Alright. Blue door. Red door. Yeah, I'd say like this is always like the level that kind of would confuse the hell out of me, because it's like, oh, I get a yellow key, but where the fuck do I use it? Because you know they can come around like like right here and everything. Yellow door or red door. Come around here, get a blue door. It's so weird. Alright. I believe this is pretty much the home stretch now. Here we are. So yeah, there's stuck on the slime boss here, and we save the citizens. And as you can see, our other, colleagues have pretty much come in and, saved everyone. Now this area's opened up. Take us back to, pretty much like the first, the landing zone area. And now this is no longer able to be opened. Same with that. And there you go. After sending the monstrous Flambrain back to its own dimension, you free the captives. Yet Flamoids are everywhere. You and the captives make a break for your spaceship. The Flamoids slime your ship, but you narrowly escape orbit. During the return, you are congratulated for the daring rescue, but you issue a warning. We haven't seen the last of the Flamoids. Unfortunately, you are correct, for as you return home, you find out that the Flamoids have somehow followed you here. Prepare for Chex Quest 2, Terror in Chex City. So yeah, that was Chex Quest 1. But yeah, I'm just doing that so that way I don't have to, have the demos and stuff play. But yeah, so Chex Quest 1, definitely a nice little thing. A little short, but I can kind of see it being like somewhat of like a shower episode type of deal. So yeah. Just trying to think though, because I know it's pretty short. We only hit we're under the hour mark and everything. So I was kind of thinking to myself do I want to try and do another stream, do another mod or maybe another game or something. I guess what I could probably do, I guess what I could probably do is, I could probably do episode 4 of Freedom Phase 1. I can be done with that. And go from there. So yeah, I think that's what I'll probably do. I think I'll probably, like, just, switch things, over to, switch things up, to playing some Freedom. Yeah, 'cause like I said, I took a little bit of a little bit of a break, because I want to kind of, like, do a little thing with Chex Quest 1. So. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play some Freedom to end things off, and then yeah, next time I decide to do some Freedom, I can go to the Phase 2 game. Yeah, just like when it comes to the Chex Quest stuff, Freedom is definitely gonna be another one of those things where it's like I would never want to get rid of it on my little mod list thing. Like, I definitely want to be able to, like, try and keep it. Like, I definitely want to, like, keep this and everything. And like the only way I probably would get rid of this is if there was, like, a new updated version or something like that. And yeah, I do have an idea of how I'm gonna do Freedom Phase 2 in the future. Gotta love the automatic stair building. But yeah, probably like after what I'm probably going to do is like after I, end the stream and everything, with this, I probably might change things. I probably might like, kind of change up the title of this a little bit for, for the VOD. Okay, so this is where the yellow key is gonna have to be. Guess I have to obviously find a way to lower it. Now when it comes now unlike Chex Quest, I have never really fully played Freedom before. This here, so you know, this whole thing is going to be a brand new little experience. It's not gonna be that easy where it's like, oh, you need a key to exit the level. Something randomly tells me. Something randomly tells me there's gonna be like another switch that I have to find and everything to lower the goddamn key. Sorry, just checking some stuff. Oh no. Okay, that's right. Hello. Oh, okay. That's how we do it. Gosh, this is gonna be a trap. Gosh, is gonna have so many fucking enemies. Alright. So I say that that's a nice little way to stop things, you know, because like this whole stream was originally meant to, you know, be for Chex Quest 3 and all that, which we did, you know, and then we kind of dipped our toes a little bit into Freedom. So yeah. But yeah, I think probably what, but yeah, I think probably what I'm gonna do is I might save it. I might save what was I gonna say? What I might do is I might save um Freedom's fourth episode and all that for the next Doom Mod Monday stream, which will be not this coming Monday, but next Monday. I think it's around like I want to say the 11th. I'm not really sure. I didn't really like pay attention to the calendar stuff that much. But yeah, it'll be next Monday during my active week of streaming. Um, we'll be continuing more Freedom, doing the fourth and final episode and all that, and then Chex Quest 3 will be on that Saturday as well. Oh, and then we'll do a video episode 2 of that. So yeah. Sorry about me putting in some work. But yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can type in my own chat. Cause I'm going to end and I'm going to raid out. Cause I like being able to raid people after my streams. And I probably might hop on Night Rain and just do some random stuff with randos. So I gotta wait for it to fucking do the thing where it's like I do like the slash raid and all that, and then yeah, I'll go from there. Alright, so get rid of that. You know, when I go on there, it's like I thought my fucking stream I didn't do when it didn't tell me. Oh my. Quite the model for Victoria. Mostly like a yellow. It's like I switch off the thing and then all of a sudden it's like a weird little like transition or something. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to raid this person or not, but they haven't been live for that long, so we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream and everything like that. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. My next planned stream, if everything goes well, will hopefully be tomorrow, aka Sunday. I'm gonna be doing some more Batman Return to Arkham Asylum, doing my third and possible final playthrough of that, where everything. And then after that, my next planned stream will be on Wednesday. Which will be another installment of Weapons Mod Wednesday. Um, I don't know 100% for sure, but I might probably either do like some, like some more classic Doom stuff, because I think I might rather play around with the Titan, the Doom 1 version of Titan D-Make, because I was wanting to play around with that for for a while, but I never could get it to load in properly, because like I always had the Doom 2 version, but I never had like the Doom 1. So, but now that I got that, you know, everything should be good to go. But but yeah, and then probably on Thursday I might do some Dead by Daylight with the Walking Dead chapter. Might try and see if I can do some Adept Survivor runs with the new survivors, which is I think it's like Rick and Michonne Grimes. But we'll see. Yeah, looks like we actually be able to do the thing. Alright, so until I see you all in the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.